Hello guys, so today join me as I put the two mirrorless camera from Canon and the new Sony A1 Mark II and again the Canon R6 Mark II. So we'll do a side-by-side specs comparison and let's see which camera is the best for you. But again guys, before anything else, if you're new to my channel, if you like photography, if you like this kind of content, please consider to subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that I will upload regarding photo, video, tutorial, and comparison. So without further ado, let's start now guys. But again, before we jump into the reason or the specs comparison between these two, let's check the announced date and the price as of today. The Canon R6 Mark II announced last November 2 of 2022 with the price of $1,999 or let's say $2,000, while the Sony A1 Mark II announced last November 19 of 2024 with the body price of $6,500. Again, guys, the price depends on your local market. I base the price from one of the famous local shop in the US. So again, the price will be depends on your local market. So guys, let's jump into the reason why we're gonna choose the Sony A1 Mark II over the Canon R6 Mark II. First, you have already the gyroscopic stabilization. You have a new sensor, which is the stock sensor. You have zero blackout viewfinder. The viewfinder magnification is 0.9 times compared for 0.76 times of Canon R6 Mark II. You have more better resolution because you have 50 megapixel compared for 24 megapixel of R6 Mark II. You have LCD resolution of 2.95K dots compared for 1.620K dots of Canon R6 Mark II. You have already maximum electronic shutter of 1 over 32,000 compared for 1 over 16,000. The viewfinder resolution is 9,440K dots compared for 3,690K dots of Canon R6 Mark II. The video resolution from Sony A1 Mark II is 8K or equivalent for 7,680 by 4,320 compared with the Canon R6 Mark II which is Ultra HD or the 4K which is 3,840 by 2,160. You have already flashing port, full-size HDMI port, Ethernet port, pixel shift high resolution mode which is 199 megapixel on the Sony A1 Mark II. You have IS stop effectivity up to 8.5 stops compared with 8 stop of the Canon R6 Mark II. And again, you have also CF Express card type card A support. Again, you have CF Express card type A support for the Sony A1 Mark II. So that is the reason why we will choose the $6,500 compared for 2,000. So again guys, also we will jump into the reason why we will select the Canon R6 Mark II over the A1 Mark II. So again, you have more cheaper body. Again, it's 2,000 compared for 6,500. At least you have three body of Canon R6 Mark III and you have only one for Sony A1 Mark II. You have a dedicated video and still switch. You have a good native ISO which is 102.400,000 compared for 32,000 of the Sony A1 Mark II. You have more number of focusing point which is 4,897 compared for 759 of Sony. The continuous shooting burst mode is more than the Canon R6. It's 40 frames per second. Again, it's 40 frames per second compared for 30 frames per second of the Sony A1 Mark II. You have more better battery life, which is 580 shots compared for 580 compared for 520 shots of the Sony A1. You have more lighter, 680 grams compared for 740 grams. Fully articulated LCD is good for vlogging and focus tracking, vehicle tracking, autofocus already in the Canon R6 Mark II. So that is the reason why we will select the Canon R6 Mark II over the Sony A1 Mark II. So again guys, both cameras share some similarity. They both have similarity like lens breathing correction, anti-dash shutter mechanism, unlimited video recording. You have pre-shooting buffer, wireless and Bluetooth connection, sensor shift image stabilization, external flash shoe, touchscreen, face detection focus, microphone and headphone port, weather sealed, time-lapse, AI bracketing, focus bracketing, 2 storage slot UHS 2 compatible, but CF Express Type A for Sony, and smartphone remote, digital video stabilization, webcam function, anti-flicker, eye tracking, focus, and both camera have no pop built-in flash. So that is the two comparison between the Sony A1 Mark II over the Canon R6 Mark II. So again, guys, I will leave you to decide which camera you think is good. But for me, no-brainer, the Sony A1 is the best of the camera compared with the R6 Mark II. But again, in terms of, it depends on your usage. If you are new in photography or videography, or if you don't have budget to take the A1 Mark II, R6, guys, it's more than enough. It's a good camera. It's the best camera, not only for beginners, also for um, photographers who want a second body. Like if you have a R5 and yan, the R6 Mark II, it's a good B cam. So yan, I think that's it for today's vlog. Again, guys, I will leave you again to decide which one do you think it's good for you. If you are a beginner for photography, or if you want a B cam, or if you want to upgrade from crop sensor, and if you don't have budget, then go with the R6 Mark II. It's a best camera. It's a great camera for photo and video. But if you are a wildlife photographer, even the R6 Mark II is 40 frames per second, so it's good. But if you want more than 4K, you have 8K, you have stock sensor, then go with the A1 Mark II. It's the best camera in the market now. So again, guys, I think that's it for today. Again, I will leave you to decide which one do you think is enough camera from you. So again, I think that's it for today. If you want to check the price and availability of these two products, you can visit our website, www.avworld.com. Sony A1 Mark II is pre-order to our website. Canon R6 Mark II, it's already available to our website and to our showroom. So, yan guys, hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.